What's going on, people? Major players in the building. It's your boy Greasy. Shout out to Gully, shout out to Face, my brothers. So pretty much we're here to talk about a game. It's a roguelite. Shout out to the roguelites because that genre has been churning out some great games of late, and for the past few months we've just been indulging in some of the great titles that the genre has. This game is called Godbreakers. It was developed by To The Sky. That's the name of the development team. It was published by Thunderful Games. This game will be releasing October the 23rd of this month. It will be releasing on PlayStation, it will be releasing on Steam and Epic. Apparently it won't be releasing on Xbox because I haven't found anywhere that says it will be releasing on Xbox, so unlucky the Xbox players. Unfortunate, but yeah, man. So basically I just wanted to come through, touch base and talk about this game for about 5-10 minutes, because this game, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it, and the boys feel the same. Face and Gully feel the same, but I thought I'd just, give my review, talk about it, talk about how I felt. I won't be long. First things first, I feel to talk about the combat mechanics and how it feels. I think it's great. I think the fast-paced action, constant moving, the abilities, there's a mechanic in this game where it's pretty much the meat and potatoes of the game, where you beat up an enemy, you get his health to the lowest point, and then a prompt will come up on top of the enemy. You press the button, and then basically you phase into that creature, absorb his powers, and then blow him up, and you end up using his abilities until you decide to change. This is one of them games where I believe it's better co-op. Shout out to the co-op in this game because it's so simple. That's one thing I need to talk about. The co-op in this game, it's so simple, and I appreciate that. Guys, I feel like developers should make co-op easy in terms of how to join, the joining process. This whole idea of you have to get to a certain level in order to join, or you have to find an item of some kind to join. It's just I think invite your friend, join the game, off you go. I think that's a great thing. I think that is something that developers should do more often. Also, on that note, in terms of quality of life, I'll talk about, I like the fact that you're able to adjust your controls, change your controls to different buttons or buttons that suit you. And trust me, you do want to get comfortable with the controls, because you're gonna need to. The way the chaos of this game, the way this game plays, you're definitely gonna need to be comfy with your controls. And I do love the fact that they give you a chance in the settings to be able to customize your controls so you're moving as optimal as possible. So the chain strikes, the dashes, of course you need the dash. The combo potential is definitely high. Air combos you can cancel. I know Face smiled when he first saw that in this game, but yes, there's cancels as well. Also, the abilities themselves, like your ultimates, aka your Godbreaker moves, they are great in this game. And honestly, I can't lie, visually, like the game looks great. Like visually, like the particle effects, how the explosions look, even though it's chaotic, you can still see yourself. I would say the downside is the camera sometimes can get a bit jarring sometimes. I think that's something that you'll get over eventually, especially if the the developers can kind of like tweak it a little bit. But yeah, this game, I think also in terms of the builds and the weapon types and like the progression, between every run you unlock different archetypes. So archetypes mean aka like your class, should we say. Each weapon very effective. Builds can pretty much change your play style, how agile you are or how tanky you are. I mean, defense, because you're absorbing powers, you know, you'll be mixing different abilities together. And you know, obviously due to the roguelike aspect, you know, you're always gonna have a different build system, and you'll be collecting different abilities, different buffs that will help you to be effective and to be stronger. Let me talk about the level design. So there are 6 levels in total. They're probably going to churn out more later on down the line, but there are 6 levels in total. Some of the designs I like, some of them are a bit too bland for me, but I think more so gameplay is more so important in this particular type of game. The level design in some of them, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. It's quite bland in a sense. And the actual art design itself, I'm not particularly a fan of the kind of cartoony, Fortnite-y type art design. I'm not really a fan of that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the game performs really well and visually it looks good, in the sense that, you know, graphically, you know, the frame rates and particles, etc, 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 that's all great. One of the main things I would say that shines in this game is the boss battles. Okay, the boss battles. See, the boss battles, you are really like, that's where I feel the challenges lie, because the bosses are not a walk in the park. You see, the bosses are actually quite challenging. Some of them are more challenging than others, but for the most part you will die. Now don't get me wrong, I'm sure when this game drops there's gonna be a couple YouTubers who are able to solo the whole game, you know, with no deaths. Sure, I'm sure there's gonna be a couple YouTubers like that, but I'm here to tell you, the average person that will play this game will die. And you know, that's okay, because that's what roguelikes are built on. You know, you die, you go collect, get stronger, you come back. You die, collect, get stronger, come back. You feel me? So with that being said, the boss fights, great. Like, they feel really chaotic, they feel really fun. I will say it is a better experience when you are playing co-op. I think the co-op aspect of it is really what, you know, makes this a fun game. You can play it single and it will be fun single, it will be intense, but I say co-op, like bring like 3 more friends, you know, make it a 4-man party, and I promise you the fun that is to be had will be epic. Like, these bosses, they have this bad habit of throwing out, you know, little add-ons, should I say. We in the MMO world we say add-ons, basically just additional creatures that are also trying to hit you while you're trying to concentrate on the boss, and it's so jarring and it's so annoying. But at the same time, like, there were so many moments where me, Gully and Face had different moments where, you know, we had to like sit up straight, because we're like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm dying, whoa, let me sit up and actually, you know, concentrate. Like, let me not take, you know, this game for, like some easy throwaway title. Like, this game actually made you sit up and made you want to actually play properly, and I love that about this game. I've got nothing but good to say about the way the enemies are constantly coming at you, giving you, a reason to test out skills, test out different builds. You got to keep your friends alive, obviously, so you're there trying to resurrect while at the same time you're being attacked by the boss, his crazy movesets, and also the crazy movesets of the enemies as well, the little enemies as well. Really and truly, in terms of weaknesses, like I suggested, or not really suggested, like I said before, I'm not so much a fan of the cartoonish art style. I've seen that art style in other games like Fortnite. I've seen that other art style in games like World of Warcraft, some of them Riot games as well, Sea of Thieves. I'm not really a fan of that, but other than that, and to be fair, that's more of a preference. It's not really a negative thing. It's just, for me, I'm not so much a fan of it. But honestly, it seems like a very popular art style amongst the developers, and to be fair, the fans, the gamers themselves really like this, because they seem to be playing a lot of games that have art styles similar. So hey, who am I? Scaling, enemies, how well the game kind of scales from solo to full co-op. I think that, you can tell a difference. You definitely can tell a difference. I feel like because it's co-op, they're definitely throwing more at you. It feels like it. I will say it's a roguelike, so yes, you're going to repeat. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, you're going to repeat. You're going to rinse and repeat, because that's how the games are played. You die, you go back, collect, upgrade, etc., and then you come back again. And, that's how it goes. The sound design is cool. It's cool. The music, it's all right. I didn't really hear anything that stood out, but I didn't hate it. The narrative, it's definitely in the background. It's not so much in the forefront. Yeah, so you're not really gonna be really looking at the story as the main thing of this game. The driving force of this game is the combat. So yeah. Anyway, I will score this a 7. Even though there's a lot of rinse and repeat, that's the fabric of the game. That's what roguelikes are about. It's about dying and repeating and keep going. Each time you come back stronger. So if you don't like the aspect of repeating, then this is not the game for you. For those roguelike lovers, this is definitely something I would say check out. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know if there's something I missed in terms of information you needed. Let me know what you felt about what I said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? That kind of thing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. Please subscribe. It's your boy Greasy, and I'm signing out.